everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel. I am the real Cass Perry, and today we are going to be talking about Jeffree Star and all of his crazy allegations and some of the bull stuff, some of the bull cheese that he has done in the past. So, let's get into a little bit of it, shall we? So, we're going to start with recently, okay? So, recently, Jeffree Star has been on live with, let's just get this started. I have no idea why, but Jeffree Star has been going live with Ash Trevino and Santos and all of those crazy feathermuckers. So let's see, what is all this about?
Yes. You want to know why? Because these are made for me and Travis, Pookie. Y'all ain't gonna sell these. Yes. Yes. Put that swoosh right on my fucking name, Big Daddy. Don't play with me. Okay.
Jeez, Jeffree. Do you understand how old the people that you are speaking to are? Do you not realize that you are how old again? Let's just go back and take a look. Jeffree Star is 39 years old. Jeffree was born November 15th, 1985. So remember this. Jeffree's 39. Okay?
Okay.
Bro is almost 40 years old.
Yes, baby. Don't play with the gold, Big Daddy. Don't play with the
fire.
Hello? Yes, I'm so rare. Hello?
Hey, he said he's really down for that thing, the offer you made him earlier.
Yeah, they all are, sweetie.
Oh, did you hear that? He's really down for the offer you made him earlier. As in, Jeffree made one of these young fellas an offer to, let's just call it, do the dirty. He wants to do the deed with these young ones. Yeah, that's absolutely, that's just something now, isn't it?
Did I go with you? No, you chose to take other people.
Oh, what?
Yeah, keep playing.
Ash, how come you're not at the mall with him?
You chose somebody else over me, Jeffree.
The surprise
I
on
have my
Jeffree's
security pick you up right now.
face.
Oh.
I mean, to be fair, girl, you are like in your 30s. You are 36.
Oh my god, Barbs. Hi, baby.
He's
All right,
19.
If I get you one of those.
You're ratchet. All four of you are ratchet. Like, I'm sorry. I can't say too much about Heffa because when I went through her account and stuff, I can't really find a whole lot of, like, clips or anything of her. And when I went through her account, it's literally just her being a Christian momfluencer, and that, I don't know. Everything seems to be just about God. Santos is a little twerp. Jeffree Star is a problematic lying POS, which we're going to see very, very shortly later in this. Yeah. So, How exactly did Jeffree Star get into the mix here? Like, that's what I don't understand.
Does this cost? She said 7.
7, but we could, I mean...
We can open it. We can leave it open as much as we want. So what's up, Ash? What do you want?
The pink ones.
All right.
You want that picture? So I was asking for a picture for you.
Oh, yeah.
They said, I'm not leaving this fucking store if I don't get a picture with this.
Yeah, go out and mingle. Go say hi to everyone.
Jeffree,
Let's go.
my boy's really reconsidering that thing that you asked him earlier.
Yeah.
What do you mean reconsider? Reconsider means he wasn't down and then he reconsidered. Bitch, he never considered.
Means that he was down, he wasn't down, and then he reconsidered. He never considered. He was already down. That's what Jeffree Star just said. Jeffree, dear, do you really think that you are that irresistible, you goddamn fucking lizard? I'm sorry, dear, but your skincare, you keep going after, you went after Michaela skincare, and like Jeffree Star went after Michaela's skincare, and I'm sorry, but when you look at the effect that Michaela's skincare has on people's skin compared to the effect that Jeffree Star's skincare has on people's skin, Michaela's skincare, I've yet to see it make somebody look extremely oily if they didn't already have like partially oily skin. Jeffree Star Cosmetics will cause even the driest of alligator skin to look greasy as absolute shit. And he claims that it's the best thing that he's ever used, but yeah, he calls everybody else a liar. Okay, Jeffree.
Okay, it was an automatic yes.
But yeah, it's an automatic yes every time. Sure thing, bro. Sure thing. So yeah, Jeffree Star sincerely thinks that absolutely nobody in the entire world could ever even think about resisting him, which is absolutely fudging malarkey, but okay, sir.
Oh, for real. He's really. Hey, he said, "Where you at?"
Oh, she's in where's it at? Montana.
Wyoming.
You're in
I'm in
Montana.
Wyoming.
Wyoming.
Wyoming. I knew it was somewhere in the country.
We're gonna take a trip to Wyoming then.
We're gonna take a trip to Wyoming then. Did you guys just hear Santos? I'm sorry, but and Jeffree Star is perfectly fine with a 19 and a 25-year-old coming up to Wyoming to do stuff with them at almost 40. But yeah, he's about to call out. You just wait. Because the acting that this bastard is about to pull off, like, I'm actually halfway amazed.
Okay, white shirt, how old are you?
How old are you?
25.
Okay, that's doable.
All right. Wait. He wanted to go to you.
25.
We
Bro,
can-
you are 40.
We could work with that.
Years old. You are an elderly man running around trying. What do you think that you're doing, man? Like, bro, what do you think that you're doing? You cannot be serious. Jesus Christ, Jeffree. Oh, you can work with that, can you?
Did you break TikTok records? Me
What do you
and
mean?
Ash
Get
broke
the
TikTok
speed.
records.
We missed it by 300 points.
I didn't miss it. I got it.
No.
I don't know. Does Jeffree break TikTok records? I honestly don't know. I think I've only ever tuned into like 2 of his lives, and neither of them were all that interesting. Gonna be honest here, like, I have not personally found anything that Jeffree Star has said or done actually in any way, shape, or form interesting since I was like 14. Let that sink in for a second. I have not thought anything even remotely good about Jeffree Star since I was 14 years old. And even then, it was literally just, oh, he's pretty good at doing his makeup. And I'm not gonna lie, when I was around this is gonna sound so absolutely terrible, but I used to listen to Jeffree Star's music when I was like 13, 14 years old. 13, 14-year-olds definitely should never be anywhere near Jeffree Star's music. I have no idea what anybody in my life was thinking letting me listen to that, but...
We got Fox News and ABC coming out here.
I'm done.
Okay, let me talk to Fox News about you.
They know me.
Let me talk to Fox News. The fuck? Oh
guys,
shit!
Let me know. Hey, Jeffree, let me know when you pulling malls like this.
Is he good? Jeffree can't even go in public.
Let me know. Hey, Jeffree, let me know when you pulling malls
Let
like
me know when
this.
you're pulling malls like this. I don't think Jeffree's pulled a mall like that in a few years, and the only reason that he pulled malls like that, like, the only reason that he had that big of a crowd at any of the malls that he pulled was because he literally had stores opening and a bunch of people wanted to go see what was going to be in the store. It's normal to have a lot of people at the opening of a store. You wait, this is going to be his example. You wait, you watch.
Like, are you okay?
Heffa, does he not know I opened up 18 Morphe stores and there was minimum 30,000 every mall? Shut your mouth.
Yeah, I'm playing with you,
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
What?
I'm just playing back,
Did you
sweetie.
see that? I'm just playing back, sweetie. Bitch, no you weren't. You got offended because this fucking kid doesn't know who you are. Which is honestly a very good thing. People shouldn't know who you are, Jeffree Star. Absolutely nobody should know who you are, Jeffree Star. You're the worst influencer in the world. Ooh, you make my head brain hurt. But seriously though, why is he over here getting so butthurt and like fucking offended over the fact that this kid's like this literal 19-year-old kid is over here trolling him? Like, and actually getting offended and trying to fire back, like, bro, if you are, and, oh, I'm just playing back, baby. No, we can all tell that's, you're aggravated, you're annoyed, you're mad. It's not difficult to figure out.
Okay. Yeah. Heffa, he looks so cute when he's muted. Anyway, you guys, let's focus.
Emma, you look so cute when he's muted. Anyway, guys, let's focus. What the fuck, Jeffrey? You fucking muppet. I'm sorry, but what in the actual hell? Why are you even on with these guys? Like, what? Seriously? When did you just start going online with random people? Like, I've never seen this. I've only ever seen Jeffrey on live with himself or, like, with Paul Dow or Eugenia, but, like, and maybe a few other people, but at the same time, what the absolute fudge? Like, these guys have, like, their own little community full of people, so if Heffa, Santos, and Ash are all in a little collab thing with Jeffree Star, if Heffa is in a little collab thing with Jeffree Star, then so are Santos and Ash. He knew about their existence long before this live. He knows exactly what's going on. He knows how problematic they are, and he knew how fucking many views this live was gonna get. Nobody is stupid enough. Okay? Jeffrey, we're not that dumb. We all know that you look into everybody who you put up on your platform. We all know that you look into everything. Everybody knows that your fucking Fraggle How to Rock ass has always and will always look into absolutely everybody before you go live with them. You have always looked into everybody before you have them on your platform. You've looked into everybody before you've done an interview with them. Nobody is dumb enough to think that you're not doing that. Okay? Well, nobody except for maybe Rich Lux, but we'll get into that in another video. Fucking Rich Lux. God damn it. And you know, I don't even really have that much of a problem with Rich Lux. Or at least I wouldn't if it wasn't for the fact that he is constantly putting down everybody that he can and defending Jeffree Star, of all people. And he's obviously on his payroll, considering that he's selling stuff for him on the TikTok shop. And it doesn't seem to matter what comes out, Somehow, for some reason, Rich Lux is always the first person to report, oh, Jeffrey did this, oh, Jeffrey said that, oh, Jeffrey, you queen, and, like, immediately try to tear down everybody who is associated with it except for Jeffree Star while continually defending him. Buddy, you need to look into who you're platforming. Anyway, back to this.
Let's focus, y'all. 1 minute left. Yes. Go look up my Mall of America videos, sweetie. Let's fucking go, Vanessa, Lady Queen. Thank you. I am screeching.
Let's go, chat. Everybody together. They don't know Jeffrey. No, literally. Like, Jeffrey's a real superstar in real
Really,
life.
Heffa?
What the hell?
Really? Jeffrey's a real superstar in real life.
Heffa, is Santos on a date?
Maybe in, like, 2013. Maybe when Warped Tour was still going on. In the earlier days of Warped Tour, when everybody was still not completely aware of what kind of a monster Jeffree Star actually is. But there have been a lot of over the years. A lot of allegations over the years, and there's a lot of evidence of him running around with the yellow the yellow mace bottles and his little taser thing. Oh, and then there's also the corroboration from the guy who said that he gave him the taser at Warped Tour because Jeffrey pretended to be afraid of gay bashers. Gay bashers? Honey. But yeah, according to Jeffree Star, later on in this video, only 5% of the male population is actually straight. Okay. Do you want to explain that one to me really, really quick, please, Jeffrey?
Another account, or is that his? What account is
That's
this?
his backup. That's his backup.
Where's the main?
I think it's Banana.
You want me to pull out their cameras? You want?
Oh, is that why Ashley's carrying him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go sign $1.
I carry him anyways. It doesn't even matter. Even on his big account, I still have to carry.
I'm screaming. Hey, you can't do that. That's illegal.
I'm getting him in trouble.
Not writing on the dollar is illegal.
can't do
Forging
that,
my
that's
signature is
illegal.
spooky.
What? Forging your signature. Okay, so both of those things are actually illegal, Jeffrey. One of them is called defacing currency, which is a federal offense. Just so that you know. I'm not sure about in America, but it definitely is in Canada. And forging your signature is also a federal offense. It's considered fraud. However, did you actually see what the signature said, Bud? Did he actually forge your signature, or did he write his own name? Exactly, you don't know. You're on TikTok Live. You didn't actually see anything. You fucking muppeteer. Jesus Christ. Bro literally looks like a fucking blend between Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog. And he's over here trying to act all fucking hard like, oh, that's against the law. You can't do that. Oh, I'm not talking about writing on the money. I'm talking about forging my signature, Pookie. Don't be calling anybody Pookie and nasty. And I'm sorry, but that's a kid. Once again, that is a literal 19-year-old kid. And Jeffrey's over here, Pookie, honey. I'm sorry to tell you this, Jeffrey, but especially when I was a teenager, if you'd have spoke to me like that, especially if I didn't want you to, I'd have been so fucking pissed. I'd have broke your goddamn teeth out that Akon fucking paid for. And you heard me, Akon! Of all people, paid for Jeffree Star's teeth. Fucking Akon. So, Akon, literally, when all of the Diddy allegations, he came out and said that we should pray for the man, blah, blah, blah. We can't say that anything's true. He's innocent until proven guilty. Motherfucker, you've been friends with that man for years. You, him, and Jay-Z literally did a song together. Jay-Z's on the Diddy list. Beyonce's on the Diddy list. Jennifer Lopez is on the Diddy list. Oh gosh, Russell Brand. Oh my fuck, poor Russell Brand. I really wish that I can't say poor Russell Brand because I really hope that he either didn't know what was going on or like, I don't know, man. There's so many people on that list. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Freaking.
I can't, you guys. I really can't.
Not that you know how famous Jeffrey is. That part. Like, hello?
Of course he doesn't know how famous Jeffrey is. He is literally a baby compared to all of us, especially Jeffrey. Jeffrey is like fucking ancient, especially in the internet world. Like, I'm sorry, but Jeffree Star is an ancient fucking relic of the internet. And you're trying to tell me that anybody underneath of the age of 27 is supposed to even think about knowing who Jeffree Star is? Except for maybe the fucking literal children that watch his YouTube channel. That for some reason think that his edgy comedy that isn't actually comedy, he's just blatantly being racist and disrespectful and sexist and disgusting. They for some reason think that malarkey is funny. When I'm sorry, but you can tell, especially with Jeffree Star, you can tell he's never actually joking. This man is always serious.
Yeah.
Jeffrey does this for fun.
I can't take that live out here, right? Wait,
Take the live anywhere. What?
I'm hungry though. I'm looking gonna get some food.
You look hungry.
Someone bring I have someone. Oh, you will?
You look hungry, boy.
All right. Yeah. All right.
What the fuck is that about?
All right.
You look hungry, boy. Why are you trying to act tough? Why is your raggedy ass trying to act tough right now, Jeffrey? Your fucking scrawny ass, scraggly, coked out ass. Allegedly. I'm gonna be completely honest, I am pretty freaking sure that every single time that he pauses his live and it like goes over to a picture, he's just doing a line. Allegedly, he's doing a line every time he pauses. Because there's no way that anybody could be that fucking vulgar and that awful and that horrible all the time. And just be that easily triggered and that easily put in defense and that easily angered without being on drugs. There's no fucking way. There really isn't.
Santos says that he's 6'2". I don't believe him.
Hey.
Is he tall? Ash, he's tall? He is?
Y'all in live take picture?
Really?
He looks short.
I came down to like right here to him.
If the guy in the white 6 foot, then yeah, he does look 6'2".
Why do you care, Jeffrey? Why do you fucking care?
Interesting.
Go.
God, this is our song.
Jeffrey, look.
Oh god.
What?
I'm gonna ask them if they know you or me.
Ask them. I bet you they will say Jeffree Star. 1000%.
Man, Jeffrey, you're
Hold on,
team
Hef,
is
I'm getting a phone
wrong.
call. Hello? Oh yeah, I don't fucking care.
Oh my gosh. Jeffrey, you actually,
Yes.
you're not funny.
Hold on. Hello?
You actually think that you're funny, but you're not funny. And I'm sorry.
Don't
He's
care.
a literal kid. He's not gonna understand. He's not gonna know that you were famous before the fucking cows knew that they had to go home. He's not gonna know that you were fucking internet famous while the wheel was being invented. He's not gonna understand that. He's a literal fucking child compared to all three of you. This is basically bullying, in a sense. And not saying this to try to defend Santos in any way, because I literally don't like him either. He's just as trashy as the other three, just based on his actions and the fact that he wants to be around them. And the fact that he wants to associate with these people makes him just as trashy as they are. But at the exact same time, these three are literally bullying a 19-year-old as a bunch of over 30 and almost 40-year-old men and women. Sure, okay. Okay, now we're gonna get into Jeffree Star lying his absolute ass off about how he didn't know anything about her.
I guess she went on a date the other day with someone that we battled earlier. I have no idea. I don't know any.
Bullshit, you don't know anything about her. She went on a date with somebody that you were battling on live the other day. Bullshit. You mean Santos? Is that who you're talking about? And then you say that Heffa brought her in. So which one is it? Was it whoever she was on the date with, or was it Heffa? Who am I supposed to believe, Jeffree or Jeffree? I'm getting confused. And I'm gonna get even more confused throughout this video.
Thing about her. Heffa had her in there, and I requested Heffa.
So, you requested Heffa, so you knew who Heffa was, meaning that automatically means that you knew who Ash Trevino was, you knew who Santos was, because they are always on live together. Or at least they were for a short amount of time. Now Heffa hates Ash, and all kinds of foolishness is going on with that entire group. I cannot keep up. I literally cannot keep up, okay? Like, it is absolutely something. But, like, and we all already know that Jeffree Star has this extreme habit of every single time that he is going to collab with somebody, he looks into them. So, Jeffree obviously looked into Heffa, therefore he looked into anybody who she might be bringing in with her. So to stand here and lie...
And I had no idea who she was. So clearly I've been seeing my chat go off for the last hour and a half.
Oh, of course you have. Of course you have been seeing your chat go off for the last hour and a half. You don't know what's real, you don't want to know what's fake. Buddy, you know exactly what's real, you know what's fake. You know what happened, you don't care because you were trying to get some of that yourself. And don't try and say that you weren't.
I don't know what's real. I don't know what's fake. I don't know what's real life. I don't know anything about the drama, and I don't care. I just don't care. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. That's all I wanted to say for the record. I have no idea. Either does anybody in my actual chat that watches me daily. We don't know who that is.
You knew. You obviously knew. Otherwise, you wouldn't have got onto that live. Nobody is stupid enough to fall for this bullshit.
Clearly, you guys have a lot to say in the chat. I will do my research later. I don't know. Where would I even find any of this information? Has she been to jail? Is there a record? I don't get it. Inmate hopper? What does that mean? What is that? I don't even know what that means. Should I Google what that means?
Yes,
you guys, I'm way
Jeffree,
too lit for
Google
this,
it.
by the way.
Look it up. Do something other than just sitting there staring at the fucking chat like a goddamn who? What? Where? Why? How? The fuck is this? Super Y? We got the super story answer with Super Y. That's what Jeffree is. That's what Jeffree Star is. He's just Super Y, all grown up. Can't just look and figure it the everybody 1,088 questions that don't need to be fucking asked. That he could literally go and answer himself. Oh my! Isn't that difficult to do?
Dale, bro.
Why did you just pick your nose?
Jeffrey, where you from, Jeffrey?
We're on live. Why did you just pick your nose?
Jeffrey, where are you from?
Wash your hands and then I'll answer your fucking question.
I've never met Jeffrey.
The only good question I've ever heard come out of Jeffree Star. Why did you just pick your nose? We're on live. Why did you just pick your nose? Okay, the only time I will ever agree with Jeffree Star. Oh, don't pick your nose on live. Don't do that. That's ew. Don't go digging for gold. It ain't good. Or as one of the kids I used to babysit used to say, I'm digging for treats. I probably shouldn't have said that.
When I was little, I
Yeah,
watched
they're not
a
gonna
video
use
of you
that.
where you showed like your cars and stuff, and I was like, dang.
Yeah, that probably got you bricked up, sweetie. Okay, you've never seen. Yeah. Santos, find me someone else that's taller than you. Who's in the shop?
Oh, who's taller than me here? I'm tall. That's what I told you.
Yeah,
Jesus.
thanks.
Why is this almost 40-year-old man talking to these young-ass looking kids like that? Even Ash looks fucking shook. That's... Jesus, Santos looks uncomfortable. Ash looks halfway shook. Heffa's just like... I'm sucking in all of this tea. What the fudge? Y'all need Jesus. Y'all, I am typically the very last person to say this as a fucking druid woman, but y'all need Jesus. What in the
Hey, are you
hell?
a soul sucker? Hey, are you a soul
really
sucker?
just ask Jeffrey if he was a soul sucker?
Who are you
Oh
talking
my
to?
gosh, the look on Jeffrey's
Jeffrey.
face, that's fucking great.
I'm part of the Illuminati. Watch your mouth.
Well, if you were in the
Who you
Illuminati, you
talking
would
to?
know that I'm in there too.
Together, guys.
Baby, you're part of the Little Mermaid. Shut up.
Y'all are all
If you were really a part of the Illuminati, you wouldn't be stupid enough to say that you're a part of the Illuminati.
Who are you talking to?
Jeffrey.
I'm part of the Illuminati. Watch your mouth.
Well, if you were in the Illuminati, you would know that I'm
Okay,
in there
then.
too.
Together, guys.
Baby, you're part of the Little Mermaid. Shut up.
What the fudge?
y'all
Okay.
are all
So, just because I feel like being a little gremlin. Let's see here. So, we have here is a tweet from Jeffree Star. From, I can't even remember what year. Give me 1 second. Okay. Jeffree Star tweeted, anyone who challenges the system gets eliminated. In 2020, I was going to expose everything in a matter of days. The Hollywood elite tried to ruin my entire career and villainize me, and flooded the news with lies to discredit me. You guys only knew the truth about what they were going to do to Brittany and Kane. What a crazy fucking year. I escaped the Illuminati in 2021, and they still haven't killed me. Every day I wake up grateful. So, this was in 2022. He made all three of these tweets in 2022. Okay? Keep that in mind. So, it is now 2025, and he is still claiming to be a part of the Illuminati. So, once again, quick question. Who do I believe, Jeffrey or Jeffrey? Contradicted himself. Two different spots. Okay. Just making sure that everybody knows about that part there.
beautiful.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
Would you hit it?
This
Ew.
is why I
Hell
don't
yeah,
go
he
on
would.
live, bro.
Hell yeah, he would.
I don't roll like that, but
He lying.
you're
He lying.
beautiful.
They all say that, and then they DM me when the live's over. Let's.
All beautiful.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
Ew.
Would you hit it? What you guys are talking about. That's all I wanted to say for the record. I have no idea. Clearly, you guys have a lot to say in the chat. I will do my research later.
Gee,
Xtina,
I
I've
wonder
never heard of this
why,
person,
because
but
you
they have a
literally-
lot to say. Oh,
you did that
wow.
on purpose to farm engagement, you fucking sociopath. I do not try to pull your manipulation tactics on me and your fake ass, stupid, obviously acting. Like you're a terrible actor, Jeffrey. Give him the Oscar for bad acting.
Oh my god, that's a lot. That's heavy. Oh my god, you
Oh
guys
my
are
God,
saying some
you
really
guys are
crazy
saying some
stuff in the
really crazy
chat.
stuff in the chat.
Like the
Bud, I can hear the giggle in your voice. You do not give a shit. You just don't care. You did it on purpose. You wanted her in your life so that you could get some kind of publicity off of it. You just wanted to farm engagement. We're not this stupid, bro. You're trying so desperately to make yourself relevant again. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not gonna fucking work. On absolutely anybody who has a brain. And yes, that includes Rich Lux, because I'm sorry, but he obviously doesn't have a brain because it's working on him.
god. Yeah. Inmate.
God, yeah.
What does that term mean?
Like, that is the worst surprised acting I've ever seen. That is the worst disappointed acting I've ever seen. Just, You couldn't you couldn't express anything actual. Oh, right, you can't because you already knew you don't actually care. You know everything that everybody's saying about them. You literally brought them onto your life so that you could farm engagement from people who were trying to warn you about what was going on, when at the end of the day, those kind people deserve a lot better than to have to deal with Jeffree fucking Star, because ruin his brand? Baby, his brand has been ruined for fucking ever. His brand has been ruined since the first set of allegations came out about him, alright? Ugh. And we are going to get into the allegations.
Whoop. Hair swap, you like it? Anyways, the allegations against Jeffree Star. Let's get into those a little bit. So, what we have is Jomel. I don't really know how to pronounce this feller's name. He has alleged that Jeffree Star and some OnlyFans guy, I can't remember what exactly his name is, but he is relevant to the story. I believe he's going to be mentioned in here. Let's watch, and we will pause at certain points where we think it is relevant to pause and put in some input and see if we believe his allegations.
People, boys, I don't want to do this, but like I'm having a hard time like processing fully like what has happened to me over the course of the last month or so with like Jason and Jeffree Star. Like how like I like my brain is having a hard time like fully wrapping itself around the fact that they groomed me.
Oh. Did they really?
And tried to.
Oh, my land.
And tried to.
That's. Okay. So, it can fully be extremely possible for a victim of something like that to take a lot of time to process the fact that that even happened to them. So, I get that. Let's just see where he's going with this.
like traffic me and to like pimp me out. Like, I don't know. They want me to be quiet, of course. If you want me to be quiet, find me an apartment, Jeffree Star. Find me an apartment. I'll do your little skin frost reviews. But like, that's still not going to change the fact that like you literally tried to traffic me, and you sent an OnlyFans model, a not very intelligent OnlyFans model, to be like my handler. And I feel like I have a right to speak up for myself. I feel like I have a right to... There are no words. Like, there are no words. Like, I don't know how to process this. Like, I made an appointment today to see, like, a psychiatrist because, like, these people have fully, like, messed up my mind and my brain. And I had so much work. Many things that I wanted to do, so many things that I wanted to create when I got out here, and these people destroyed my life. I don't think they fully realized who I was at the time. I'm sure they know now, but like...
Okay. I understand how you feel. I understand that you would definitely need to go to a psychiatrist. I hope that you're at least in a shelter of some sort. Like, there are homeless shelters that you can use so that you can have an address to apply for therapy and psychiatric treatment. Uh, my only question really here, because a lot of what he's saying does check out. It checks out as like as something that would be felt as a victim of somebody who is as high on the chain as Jeffree Star has been for such a long time. It would be very difficult to come forward, and it would also be very scary. I'm a little bit nervous to even make this video, let's be honest here. If I get taken out by a fucking pink sniper rifle, we know who did it. It was Jeffree Star. But my only real question here is, if you really want to speak up about this, why not go to the police instead of TikTok? I understand why going to TikTok, but I hope that you have also gone to the police. But why would you still do his skin frost reviews? I wouldn't like, and I get that Jeffree Star has a lot of power in the influencer world. He really does, and a lot of people are afraid to say anything about him, which I don't think that they should be, to be completely honest. I think that everybody should absolutely have their bravery in check to be able to speak up about Jeffree Star. But I sincerely hope that he isn't just going to TikTok. I sincerely hope that he actually took this to the proper authorities and didn't just say, "Hey, Jeffree Star did this to me on TikTok." Right? Like, that's all that I'm really hoping for here right now. And I also hope that if this truly did happen, that this man finds the ability to heal and the ability to move on from what happened and the ability to stay away from Jeffree Star. And I do know how hard it is to fully cut yourself off from an abusive type of relationship like that. It really is. But I really hope that he finds the strength to pull completely away from everything to do with Jeffree Star. If this really happened, I hope that he stops doing anything that has anything to do with Jeffree Star. I really do, and I hope that he went to the proper authorities as well as TikTok. But yeah,
There needs to be consequences. There are going to be consequences for this because this is not okay. And I don't know who else this has happened to. There are a couple other boys, probably about like my age, who have like kind of hinted that Jeffree Star has done this to them as well. And they're kind of obviously wanting to kind of keep quiet about it, but like I cannot.
and that is completely understandable. Not being able to keep quiet about something like that is something that, like, it's understandable to want to keep it to yourself too, but it is even more so understandable to want to speak up so that that person faces the consequences that they deserve. And the way that he's saying, oh, there's going to be consequences, I hope that that means, yes, I went to the police, I went to the proper authorities so that this can be dealt with in a manner that is suitable. But at the same time, I don't really know.
Like you sent you had Jason force his way into my life when I was already kind of down and out. You had him groom me so that you could traffic and pimp me out and now you want me to review products for you. Free skin frost. How about you pay for an apartment for me here since I'm sleeping on the street in Los Angeles? I would love to get a job, but nobody's gonna hire me because I've been walking around. I've been walking up and down the street in the same clothes for a week and a half. Luckily, I have managed to meet a couple people who have been able to help me out, thank God, literally. But like, there needs to be consequences because this is not okay. And this cannot continue. Like, I don't really have anything else to lose at this point. So, yeah, I don't know.
That's why people on the internet live for fake rumors. I know, it's very weird. But the good news is my lawyers don't play games. You know?
And Jeffree Star's just calling it fake rumors. Lovely. Isn't that just fucking beautiful? Now, let's take a look. Let's see what Rich Lux has to say about this. He is a fucking piece of work, constantly defending Jeffree Star, literally running to his aid like a frigging white knight. Let's take a look.
Let's talk, because I feel like we need to talk. When I watched it go down, he lost me at the part of Jeffree Star buy me an apartment and I'll review Skin Frost, because Jeffree Star's newest makeup launch is the Skin Frost that are out now. And when I saw the whole thing go down, I just automatically assumed clout chaser.
Let's just be fair here, Rich Lux. If somebody was continually abusing you like that and had you manipulate it to a weird point and then was continually harassing you to do something like that, I think that you would probably get annoyed to a point where you would have some attitude like, yeah, sure, I'll review your Skin Frost if you buy me an apartment, bitch. I guarantee that you would have that fucking attitude. Because you are that type of hoe. Don't tell me you aren't. And to sit there and say, oh, it's clout chasing. Sure. Anything that anybody says against Jeffree Star is quite literally, in your mind, clout chasing now, isn't it? You say that about everyone who says anything that has anything to do with contradicting Jeffree Star. You quite literally claim that they're clout chasing. Maybe, just maybe, Most of those people aren't clout chasing. Maybe they just want to bring attention to the absolute horrendous shit that Jeffree Star's done. Let's let him finish talking. Let's let him
Then the
finish
guy
talking.
said he's been on the streets of Hollywood, California for over a week and he can't get a job because of the clothes that he's in. He has some people are going to help him out. And then he's including that Jason Diaz was the handler, or I guess kind of like going to pimp him out or something like that, right? To me, it sounds like you're, and I'm not condoning or anything like that, nor am I defending. These are my opinions on it. I believe that the guy, honestly, is a consenting adult.
Exactly. Rich Lux, I believe, quote unquote, Rich Lux, I believe that the guy is a consenting adult. If somebody's being manipulated into thinking that being trafficked as a prostitute is okay, especially if they are under the age of 18, Rich Lux, I'm sorry to inform you. That is not a consenting adult. And to be completely fair, it doesn't completely matter if he is 19 because your brain doesn't finish developing until you're 24 years old, between the ages of 24 to 26. If I remember correctly, your pituitary gland, which is the decision-making part of your brain up here in the frontal lobe, it doesn't finish developing until you are between the ages of 24 to 26. And Jeffree Star is a full-grown ass 39, almost 40-year-old man with a extreme power dynamic, especially in the influencer world. If somebody was a fan of him, he has a huge power dynamic over that person, especially if they were trying to become, like, okay, that doesn't mean that he didn't basically groom him for. You don't have to be, like, there are many types of that, okay? He was being groomed for prostitution, is how I'm gonna say it. By Jeffree Star and what the fudge is his name? Jason Diaz. Oh, by the way, did I tell y'all one of the reasons that it took me so long to finish this video? I was waiting for Jeffree Star to go live so that I could bring up something that I was going in his live that I was going to bring up in the video. So the first time that I brought this up, or I was going to bring this up, I found the live. The comments were turned off in the live. I wonder why that is. And then fairly shortly after, he was on another live. Well, that one was just muted. The fuck? I turned that one off. So, I got to the third one, and he was battling he was battling in that one. I don't know. All I know is I only stayed in most of them for like a grand total, the first three, a grand total of like 10 seconds, and the last one, I think I was in there for about 45 to 60 seconds, but that is because, okay, the first one, I was at Jeffree Star's live, and I seen that he had other creators muted. So what I did was I went to their live chats first to ask if anybody has or will address the allegations that were made against Jeffree Star by the Daily Insider. Now, the first one, I immediately got banned as soon as I said it. So, me being the brat that I am, I basically copy and pasted this before I put in the comment. And I went to the next live and I put it in the chat of that person. Well, guess what? I put it in there and immediately the moderator banned me from commenting for the rest of the live. Why? Because I was bringing attention to the allegations that have been coming out against Jeffree Star for so many years. So, being the peewee little brat that I am, I went to the third person's. Before I went back to Jeffree's, now their comments were subscriber only, and I'm sorry, but I am not paying anybody who is helping platform Jeffree Star any amount of money just to put a fucking comment into a live chat. No. So, I went over to Jeffree's live chat and I asked, has anybody addressed the allegations that were made to Jeffree by Business Insider? Like the allegations that were made about Jeffree by Business Insider. Now, I was not banned from that one, but as soon as it went up over the thingy, you know, where the creator starts to be able to see it, where it disappears over top, there was an eye roll, an epic ugh. Like, baby girl, just tell me you don't want to address it. Just tell me that you don't want to bring up the fact that you did some nasty shit. Okay? Okay. So. And then there is this beautiful gem. Jeffree Star talking about zooking off rappers in LA. This actually pins back to Akon. Now, once again, Akon was quoted, you know, saying, oh, we should pray for P. Diddy. Literally quoted saying that we should pray for P. Diddy when he found out about all of the allegations. Yeah, it's because there's no chance that Akon wasn't involved in that in the earlier days, and there's absolutely no chance that Jeffree Star wasn't involved in all of that. Personal opinion, allegedly. In my personal opinion, allegedly, there is no chance that Jeffree Star and Akon were both not involved in P. Diddy's weird freak-offs, especially considering the fact that there's now allegations coming out against him of human trafficking. Okay. Listen to this.
If y'all knew how many of these rappers I used to suck off in LA, y'all would scream. These A-listers were begging for some meat. They're all freaks, y'all. They're all bored. You think these rappers really want groupies? No. They want more than that. They want way more than that, honey. They are bored. Every girl they can. They've been with every stripper, every video girl. So what do? Jeffree Stars, down low men, T-girls. Girl, they want it all. They really do. They want it all. And some women act shocked.
Oh yeah, I believe this is also the same scene where he claims that only 5% of men are actually straight. Listen to this, ladies.
But I think as more time goes on, most of you females understand that most straight men, they're just animals. Men are animals. They just want to get off. Doesn't matter if it's a guy or a girl, right? The sooner you realize that men are animals, the sooner you won't be as disappointed. How many of y'all have dated a guy that secretly was with someone like me, or, you know what I'm getting at? Y'all know what I'm getting at. These men be down undercover, honey. And they love women. There's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with liking both.
There isn't, but at the same time, Jeffrey, you shouldn't be going after men that are like with women. You shouldn't be going after anybody who's with somebody just because they're down. You shouldn't be going after young 25-year-old little fudgers. And you definitely shouldn't be grooming young men to be prostitutes. Sir. Good sir. Dear lady. What do we do with you? Do we need to teach you? Do we need to reteach you etiquette? Do you need to relearn how to be a lady because you haven't figured it out yet? You dress awful ladylike, but you can't act like one.
But most men are undercover because they feel like a female is going to judge them, so they're not going to ever be honest. And then they get in relationships with women, but they're still craving a guy or someone that's a T-girl or anyone like that. And
that's called bisexual. What do you think this is, bro? And honestly, most people, everybody who who I know of, is fairly open about it. I'm sorry. Not everybody's in the tabloids, Jeffrey. Bro, you gotta chill. Like,
I'm sure a lot of y'all have gotten cheated on. And it may not have been, your man may not have cheated on you with a girl. They may have cheated on you with someone else. Because men are just dogs. It has nothing to do with masculinity. It has nothing to do with femininity. It's just life. Men are dogs. And the sooner y'all motherfuckers wake up and realize that, the sooner some of y'all are not going to be so heartbroken.
Okay, Jeffrey, I don't know how to inform you this. I know that you have no understanding of this concept, but there is such a thing as loyal men, just the same as there is such a thing as just the same as there are loyal women. Both are very far and few between. However, they do exist. All it takes is a willpower and being a generally decent human being. What do you think this is? Jeffree Star justifying cheating 2025. Da fuck? Okay. Yeah, quote unquote, Jeffree Star 2025. Let's justify cheating. Bro. Go lay down. Honey, you need to put down the hair bleach and get a grip. Okay? I think that it's sinking into your brain now. The bleach has gone past your roots, into your skull, through that shit, and, like, literally started soaking into your brain, or whatever is left of it, considering, once again, allegedly, I'm quite certain that every single time Jeffrey, like, pauses his live and flips over to a picture to go do something, he's doing a line. Allegedly, he's doing a line. Doing it! That's Jeffrey on a regular basis. I can't.
Are there men out there that just like women? Absolutely. But it's few and far between. A genuine straight man? Girl, it's giving 5% of the population.
Aha! Okay, Jeffrey. You are such a fudging idiot. I literally cannot stand you. You are so freaking weird. You're freaking weird, creepy, old ass fucking Granny Jeffrey over there with all of his balarky old bullshit. Now, let's go over to a creator who I actually fucking respect. Yeah, I went there. Let's talk about somebody who I actually have respect for. Unlike Rich Lux and Jeffree Star, because I don't have any fucking respect for Rich Lux or Jeffree Star. The only thing respectable about Jeffree Star at this point is, yes, he does have a pretty decent head on his shoulder for business. Business only. He is only a good businessman. And bro's almost he's pretty good at makeup. I can't say that he's not. I can't say he's bad at doing makeup. Other than that, the dude's got nothing going for him. He is a lying, horrible, just ugh. He's just a POS all around, okay? Now, I am probably going to absolutely slaughter their name. But I'm going to try to pronounce it properly. Adam McIntyre? I think that's it. Adam McIntyre? Yeah. So them I actually respect. Now, they did a video called Jeffree Star Does Not Want You to Watch This Video. And they fully covered all of the allegations of Jeffree Star and business, and he fully read out the article that Business Insider wrote. He found all of the tweets. Bro went through the Wayback Machine, everything. Like, commendable. Awesome. Perfect. The research is researching here. Okay? Like, magnificence. Absolute magnificence, my dear. Darling, you have done amazing! Oh my lord. So, let's take a little look at a few clips.
So, we're going to go through this article, but here we're seeing alleged hush money and alleged signatures accepted this day, the 25th of September 2020. So let's get to the article, since Jeffree likes to really
alleged hush money and alleged signatures that have happened before. But yet, Rich Lux, you don't expect somebody to expect Jeffree Star to pay for their apartment for their silence? Because, yeah, at that point, that's the only way I'd be doing Jeffree Star's fucking face frost reviews, too. Pay for my shit, ho. You gonna treat me like a hoe? I'm gonna act like a hoe. I'm gonna make you pay for everything. Pfft. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah.
really rewrite history, shall we? Because I'm gonna. I think it's ironic that people want to platform him and hide behind, oh, people just hate you because they're obsessed with you.
Rewrite the history, baby.
Jeffree Star accusers say the makeup mogul has a history of SA, physical violence, and hush money offers. An article written by Kat Tembarge.
Do you hear that, my lovelies? Jeffree Star makeup accusers say that the makeup mogul has a history of sexual assault, physical violence, and hush money. Does that sound like somebody who you want to hear from? Who you really want to take their word about absolutely anything from? Somebody who uses hush money to keep people quiet instead of standing on their actions and facing their allegations and and coming out and saying, yes, I did this, but I am taking these steps to change. No, Jeffree Star's not going to take the steps to change. He's going to just get better at trying to hide it. Never been made to change before. Why they gonna make him change now? Exactly. They're not gonna make him change now. He's not gonna change now. He's never gonna change. He has never changed. He is been caught in so many lies. He has been caught in the lie of, oh, I don't drink, I've never drank alcohol. Buddy, what were all those tweets talking about going to get drunk at Warped Tour? What were all of those photos of you holding beer, hard liquor, glasses of brand liquor, champagne? But yet you've never tried alcohol. Literally, there are photos of you drinking it, but yet you've never tried it. Talking about getting white girl wasted like Destiny's Child, but yet you ain't never tried liquor. Be fucking for real, Jeffree. Don't nobody believe your ass? I don't believe a singular word that Jeffree Star says. Bro is constantly repainting history with a fine-tipped paintbrush, okay? Bro is repainting history like I paint grass onto my canvases.
Then formerly of Business Insider. All right, here we see a bunch of photos of Jeffree. All right. So I'm just going to read it. I'm not going to do the subheadings. I'm just going to read it. Makeup mogul Jeffree Star is one of YouTube's biggest celebrities. Androgynous, with cotton candy wigs and head-to-toe tattoos. He's leveraged his, ability for stirring YouTube drama into a multi-million-dollar cosmetics brand and amassed 40 million social media followers, many of them teenagers. They avidly consume his makeup product reviews and tours of his $14.6 million hidden mansion in California, and have helped him launch, the status as one of YouTube's top 5 earners with an estimated $17.5 million in revenue from the platform in 2019, according to Forbes.
I love how Business Insider was just like, oh my gosh, yeah, you have a few million subscribers, but most of them are teenagers, like most of them are kids. I ain't letting you have that. I'm sorry, I just had to leave that in. But, oh, yes. Anyways, please go and check out that video that dear Adam McIntyre has posted. I am going to link it in the video description, so please go check that out. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. Please like the video if you like the video. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Please dislike the video if you dislike the video, but tell me why you dislike the video down in the comments section so that I can do better in the next one. And as always, I love y'all, and I will see all of your beautiful faces in the next one. Bye-bye. Mwah.